what is going on? Like, is this a simulation? That's the biggest question. That's essentially the topic of this video. Hey YouTube. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to Trezie Talks. And today, I dropped my other videos. So this is actually going to be my second, or I don't know if I'm gonna count my introduction as like an actual episode or not, because it's just the introduction. So it's like, do I count that? So yeah, so we're gonna say that this is episode 2. All right, this is episode 2, and this is gonna be my third video though on my podcast. But this is going to be my second topic. You see what I'm saying? So this is gonna be my second topic, episode 2, as far as topics go. And I feel like I said in my last video, I'm talking about stuff that I feel like needs to be talked about. So I hope you guys did enjoy my last video. It was actually very dear to me. I love the Black community, and I'm so excited that I got to talk about it. If you guys didn't watch it yet, go watch it. I don't know how y'all got to this podcast video before that one, but this one is just going to be just as good. But still, you guys got to go watch the Black community one, because honestly, like I said, it's important. Y'all, I go through this every single day to debate. I go through the debate, and if y'all go through the same debate, y'all need to let me know for real, because this is literally what the video is for. I told you my podcast is going to be straight. What the hell is going on? What the helly, like, for real? Yo, today's video is going to be very controversial. All my videos are probably going to be controversial, I'm not gonna lie, but this one, y'all, I just have to talk about it because I just must know. I just must, and I'm not gonna even know. I know we're never gonna know, but it still is very intriguing to me. So I want to know if it's intriguing to you guys as well. Simply, is the world real? Is this world that we're living in real? I need to know. I truly need to know. I really wonder that every single day. And I wonder if you guys wonder that too, or if some people wonder at least. I just don't understand the fact that we just put here and we just like magically gain conscious one day, and then you're just living and working to survive. Like, nobody asked to be here, but we don't get any questions answered ever. Like, we're never gonna have, I know that we're never gonna have questions answered, but I still wonder. Like, y'all don't be wondering, why are we here? Like, how did we get here? Who made us? Like, is this a simulation? Okay, and that's my question. Is, I think that it is, honestly, because every day life proves to me more and more that this feels just like a simulation. Like, literally, it feels just like a simulation. We're gonna have to dive deep with this one, y'all. And if you can't put your thinking caps on, then I don't know what to tell y'all, because listen, this is a very, very big question in my mind. Glitches in reality. We're gonna talk about real life, like glitches in reality, stuff that you can't debate. You know what I'm saying? One, and I'm just gonna give a little overview, and I'm gonna give what it is in a little overview, maybe a little story, but I don't want to make this section way too long because I'm pretty sure we all been through these. So we know, like, this is something I really shouldn't even have to explain too much, because you've been through at least one of these. There's no way you haven't. If you haven't, you're probably an NPC. Okay. The first one I want to talk about is deja vu. We're gonna look up what deja vu is. So, deja vu, a feeling of having already experienced the present situation. Y'all, it's not too much more to be said, all right? And then I'm pretty sure that deja vu, the root word of deja vu, means already seen in French. All right. The term was coined by a French philosopher named Emily Bourriac in 1876. I'm not sure if I said her name right, but essentially, there's no explanation for deja vu. There's no explanation for it. What they try to say is that it's the mind basically filling in a blank for something that it's already been there before, or it thinks that this is going to happen, or this is the situation. That's cap, y'all. It's basically saying that you're lying. Your brain is lying to you when you have deja vu, that you've been in that situation before, or you thought that you've been in that situation before. That's cap, y'all. That's cap. You can't tell me that my brain is lying to me, because it's not even just like what happens in your brain when you have deja vu. It's like the feeling is so weird. That's why I say, like, I shouldn't have to go too deep into these, because a lot of people get this. A lot of people have been there. So the feeling of deja vu is so eerie. Like, it's not like any other feeling. And to think that your brain's just lying to you and you're getting some weird feeling like that, I don't believe it, y'all. I believe because it'd be weird. Like you could even have a dream, you see something in your dream and it happens in real life. Like that's deja vu too, and that's weird. That's weird. Like you've seen it, but what's happening? You know what I'm saying? The Mandela Effect. The Mandela Effect. That's why y'all need to watch Black Mirror too, because they were touching on the Mandela Effect. And I was so happy when I seen that because I knew I wanted to talk about it here. But the Mandela Effect, y'all, is so real. Like I said, most people know what the Mandela Effect is. I'm gonna look it up for you guys so you can have definition. Of course. It took me to Nelson Mandela. The Mandela Effect is a type of false memory that occurs when many different people incorrectly remember the same thing. Y'all notice how everything is incorrect, or your brain is tricking you, or that's not happening? Like that's so weird to me, y'all. Like why can't somebody actually explain what's going on? You're just going to tell us that what we're seeing is not what we're seeing? Like what are you talking about? Y'all heard the definition of Mandela Effect. Y'all, the Mandela Effect, it go deep, y'all. It goes very deep. My favorite one is the Berenstain Bears, y'all. The Berenstain Bears, I used to watch it faithfully when I was younger. It was not the Berenstain Bears, y'all. It was the Berenstain Bears. Like I remember that jump, bro. That like there's no way. And then they just come and switch it and they try to tell us that it's not that. Let me look up some other ones that the Mandela Effect. But that is the one that I remember. Y'all. It was the Berenstain Bears. I know, because I was lit when that junk came out, so you couldn't tell me nothing. But anyways, let's see what else they got. Okay. They got Coca-Cola. Used to have a dash in it. There's no dash. Jiffy. I guess it used to be Jiffy. And now it's just Jif. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. We got the Pringles can. It used to be red. Now it's green. We got the Flintstones. Y'all, we just changing realities. We changing timelines when this stuff happens. It's so weird. But we got what else we got? We got Looney Tunes. That was a big one. Looney Tunes, a lot of people knew about the Looney, and especially because Looney Tunes was so big, y'all. So it's like, how are you just gonna tell us that we're not seeing what we saw? And most people were like obsessed with these shows, watch these shows all the time, and then it just switched. And then you're like, oh no, that didn't switch. You're crazy. Okay. But anyways, with Looney Tunes, let me see what was different with this one. Oh, Looney Tunes. It was Looney Toons. Now it's Looney Tunes. Which one y'all remember? I didn't watch Looney Tunes that much to know, but which one do you guys remember? We also have the Fruit of the Loom one where they used to have the basket at the end. Now they don't have a basket. That's cap. I know about that one too. That used to have a basket at the end. You're like, that's cap that it doesn't have a basket. That brown little basket that goes like this. That's cap. Anyways, see, this is why I'm like, Mandela Effect get me mad, y'all, because they really just trying to sit here and lie to us like we didn't see what we saw. That's cap. Anyways, we have unexplainable coincidences. I'm gonna make this real short for y'all. I don't believe in coincidences. So there's no unexplainable coincidences for me because I don't believe in coincidences. I think everything happens for a reason. But unexplainable coincidences are very much so. Like there is just some stuff that you just can't explain, and why not? I know not everything makes sense, but when it comes to the simulation theory, there are a lot of unexplainable things that's just like, what's going on? I'm gonna make this real quick. But this model, she was big in Mexico, and I started researching her because I seen something about her disappearance on Facebook. And I guess they truly disappeared this lady, and it was a Mandela effect kind of thing, and it was also unexplainable coincidence because first of all, she was a popular, very big model. They're saying like her success in Mexico was similar to like Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks, like those kind of supermodels. So how did she just get wiped off the internet? She went missing and she got wiped off the internet. Nobody people are saying in Mexico that they remember her like being big as a model. But something happened where she was messing with somebody who had power and she disappeared. I forget what her name was. Because now the only thing that you can find on her on the internet, this is when I was like, yo, life is crazy. The only thing you could find on her on the internet is just this one video that surfaced when she escaped from wherever she was. She was at a hotel and she escaped. And she got outside and she just kept saying, somebody called the police, they're eating humans. She's talking in Mexican though, but this was the translation. She escaped and she's going crazy in the street. She's like, somebody called the police, they're eating humans. Like, and the police officers aren't listening to her. Like, nobody's listening to her. And she's like tripping balls because she's like, why is nobody listening? They're eating humans in there. I believe wholeheartedly in Hollywood. I believe wholeheartedly in the Illuminati, all types of things. So I truly believe that they were having some type of satanic rituals where they feel me, they kidnapped her. She probably was the next person that it happened to, unfortunately, but I do believe like she came out the hotel screaming, they're eating children, like they're eating their fingers, they're eating their hands. Like she's literally saying this. And after that, nobody's seen her again. Nobody's seen her again, and she wiped clean off the internet. I'm gonna try to find what her name was. This it's on MSN.com, but this is what their article says. Woman labeled supermodel vanished, and it says supermodel vanished after ranting about Queen at hotel. Podcast says, hey, this going on my podcast too. But this is a 2009 disappearance, and her name is Gabriela Rico Jimenez. They said some who called her supermodel, but there's no evidence that she ever was one. So she's, if you guys want to take a look at this case, it's on Mexico Unexplained. Like I said, very unexplained coincidence. Very weird. Like stuff like that just makes you think, y'all. And then she's never seen again after that video. Nobody knows what happens to her. She's wiped clean off the internet. I don't believe she wasn't a supermodel. So I'm like, I can't believe they just wipe you clean, y'all. If they don't need you no more, that's crazy. That's how I think the world is a simulation too. Because you could just get rid of people like that. That's crazy, y'all. We got mathematical patterns hidden in nature, which will obviously be code, which is obviously signs of simulation, computer. There's golden rules. There's all types of stuff that is found in nature and reality that is very questionable. Was confused at how can a car and a truck fit in the same lane in the road? I'm not talking about the same. I'm talking about uh literally how can a car and a truck be the same size when it's in the lane? That doesn't make sense. Trucks are way bigger than cars. How are they fitting in so perfectly? Like it's not bigger than the lines, the yellow dotted lines. It's literally perfect and it's the same size as a car. But when I looked it up as well, they said that a lot of it has to do with code. Like everything is just code, which is weird, but that's another sign that we're living in a virtual reality, y'all. Beautiful people, myself included, supermodels, all types of people who are beautiful by nature, they have the golden ratio, which has to do with what? Math. Oh my god. Why is there so much math in reality if this is not a simulation? Why is there so many math problems in reality if this is not a simulation? Answer me that. Why did literally I'm gonna look up the golden ratio for y'all. So the golden ratio, also known as the golden number, golden proportion, or the divine proportion, is a ratio between two numbers that equals approximately 1.618, usually written as the Greek letter phi. It is strongly associated with the Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers wherein each number is added to the last. And this creates people's faces in real life. Like these golden ratios and stuff, like it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere, and it's so freaking weird. It's unexplainable as well, but it's still here. So we definitely have to talk about it. And like I said, I'm gonna be short with those because we all been through it. We all know what's going on. So, but still, those are a few weird things to me. The Mandela Effect, math hidden in nature, and then we got deja vu and unexplainable coincidences. Like I said, though, I don't believe in coincidences, so it's just very unexplainable to me. Let's say the CIA releases documents, which they already have. I'm going to look them up for you guys. The CIA did release some documents saying how this is a simulation. I was looking into them not too long ago, but it's about like 28 pages, y'all. So I didn't get through all of it, but it's definitely it's CIA released documents that this is a simulation. Like that's why I guess I can't say my questions aren't answered because they did say that this is a simulation, but it's just like Can you give me more though? Like, what are you just gonna tell me that and dip? All right, y'all. So I'm just looking over this document real quick because it doesn't just literally say like this is a simulation. Like this is, like I said, it's a 29. It's not even 28. It's a 29-page document from the. Hold on, let me go back to the top of it. This is on CIA.gov. You guys could go look this up yourself, honestly, but it's from the Department of the Army. It got approved for release in 2003. Y'all, it got approved for, this has been wide known knowledge since 2003. Okay, this is from the U.S. Army Intelligence and Security Command, Fort Greene. I'm gonna keep rolling. I keep the ball rolling. But essentially, y'all, so they come out with this document from the CIA that you guys can go tap in. I'll leave the link below. The file that I'm telling you guys about, this is called Analysis and Assessment of the Gateway Process. All right. And let me tell y'all what the gateway process is, if you guys even want to know. 1980s, the CIA investigated a training program called the Gateway Process developed by Monroe Institute, which used sound frequencies to induce altered states of consciousness. That's freaking crazy, y'all. The CIA's interest focused on the potential of the gateway process for enhancing human capabilities such as telepathy, remote viewing, and out of body experiences. So, all of those shows and movies, my biggest one that I like to talk about that reminds me of how they're saying like they're trying to achieve like telepathy and out of body experiences, remote viewing. Y'all ever seen American Horror Stories? And I forget which season it is, but it's Coven. And essentially all of the girls in the Coven are witches, but they have powers. They all have like different types of cool powers. And my thing about life is, like I said, we don't know anything. So it's very, 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 very likely that we are able to obtain powers and, be able to use them. But we were oppressed as human beings in general, not race, whatever the case may be. As human beings in general, we were oppressed to be workers. We're not put here, like I said in my last video. I don't think that we were put here and they wanted us to reach our full potential, our full max. Because if that was the case, then we wouldn't be going to school and being forced to be workers. We would be going to school and learning about our true capabilities. But for some reason, it seems like they want it to be hidden. So yeah, this one I'm just reading here with this gateway thing. I'm gonna just read the conclusion. The CIA's analysts concluded that the gateway process was plausible in terms of physical science and could have practical uses for intelligence gathering. Y'all, I'll leave that right there, right? So that's the gateway experience, and it's valid because it was studied. It's about the human consciousness, and they're literally trying to figure out if this is a simulation. So, like I said, if you guys haven't read it, like I said, I did not read the whole thing yet. But if you haven't read it and you want to, you have time, go check that out. I'm gonna leave the link below, and it's long, but it's informal. We're going to be talking about the skepticism of the world. Okay, that's exactly what we're going to talk about because, like I said, I don't believe nothing that anybody tells us. I don't believe nothing they put out. I don't believe that anything because it's just there's too much room for anything else. You know what I'm saying? They leave a big gap and they don't fill it. So I'm just gonna stay optimistic and on the fence because I don't know what's really going on. So if y'all feel the same, leave a comment. Let me know because that's just how I feel. Okay, we're going to talk about simulation theory. It's made by Nick Bostrom and it gained a lot of popularity because it's so controversial. But let me read it to you guys. So, Nick Bostrom simulation argument suggests that if advanced civilizations can create simulations of conscious beings, the number of such simulations might far exceed the number of original non simulated realities, making it statistically probable that we are living in one. So, to dumb that down a little bit, essentially, he's saying that if advanced civilizations could create and replicate consciousness of a human being, then it's very, very, very probable that the world that we're in right now is just a replication that they made. And there's probably only one or two or maybe a few real worlds, but we're literally just living in a replication. If the advanced civilizations could make these, why would we not be in a simulation? If they can all, if they can actually do it, then it's very probable that we're in a simulation already. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that broken down. But he essentially thinks the same thing that I do. He thinks that this world is why I keep saying simulation? Oh my gosh, it's a simulation. To even just think that everything could be fake is very crazy to me. Like to think that this plant is not real, y'all. This plant is not real, but it's made up of matter, and that's what goes into the quantum mechanics. But that's a whole y'all. That's a whole different story. I tried looking into that, but I will have to make a whole nother podcast for that because the quantum mechanics goes deep. But essentially, we're all just matter. If y'all play Sims, if you play Roblox, if you play anything like that, you know, because you like those kind of games, so you know that we probably in a simulation like that too. That's not weird that we can recreate life itself just like that, and who's to know that they're not alive on a different dimension or a different reality or a different frequency. One of the other things that I have to talk about going along with the virtual worlds is that something that's very probable as well is Ready Player One, which is a movie, and it's a very good movie. And I'm not just talking about it because it's a movie, I'm talking about it because it is so relatable. Y'all, it's so relatable that I think that is actually what's going on. When I first seen that movie, I said, yeah, this is literally life. Like this has to be life. And if you see Ready Player One, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it right now. Go watch it right now. It's literally a depiction of life. I truly believe that because it's essentially just VR and very advanced civilizations in the future. But y'all, it like what okay, if you've seen Ready Player One, I'm talking to you. What if Ready Player One is really what is going on, y'all? There's somebody else outside, right? Like outside of this world I'm talking about. And they are hooking up. And when they hook up and connect in, we pop up, right? We pop up and we're here and we're living, we're vibrant, right? And we think this is just our regular life, like we just chilling, vibing. But when we go to sleep, they unplug and they're going to live their life. That's weird, right? That's weird. But that's just a theory. Like I said, if you haven't watched Ready Player One, go watch Ready Player One. Before you watch anything else, before you watch Black Mirror, go watch Ready Player One, y'all. Ready Player One is the perfect depiction for life, I feel like. The next thing I want to talk about is the ocean and the sky, y'all. The ocean and the sky is so fake to me. I just don't understand. Like, first of all, this is definitely gonna have to be another podcast video alone, just about the sky and the water, the ocean. Because what they say, like, we only discover like 2 to 5% of the oceans. Let me look it up for y'all, because you know we gotta get our facts. Hold on, let's see where they get their sources from. Who's calling my phone? So, according to National Oceanic and Atmospheric Admiration Administration, sorry y'all, we have only explored 5% of our world ocean. That means that 95% of our ocean is unknown. That's not weird. Yeah, we've been here for how long? Billions of years, most likely. And nobody has discovered 95% of the ocean. No, and I'm not saying nobody recorded what has been discovered in 95% of the ocean. Probably because they never made it back if they went to go discover what was going on. But still, y'all, how long have we been here? How many people in the world are there? No one person can come back and tell me what the hell is going on in the water or in the sky. Because NASA, that whole moon launch, I don't believe it. I don't believe that we made it to the moon. I don't believe the whole, what was that, Apollo? Yeah, I don't believe any of that, y'all. Oh yeah, it's called the Apollo program, and essentially it was to make humans go to space in 1969. Cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap for real, because y'all, they did not go to no moon. Let me know if y'all want me to insert pictures and images and stuff in here, or if I should get like a screen to put behind me or something to show y'all this stuff, y'all, because there's literally footage of NASA in pools. If you guys probably seen this, because it's not like, this is not hidden, but there's literally videos of NASA in the pool. Like it looks like they're at the pool of their facility. Buoyancy, everything, like everything is perfect. And the buoyancy obviously is good because they're in water, but it's similar to the moon. So If they're gonna fake it, why wouldn't they just fake it that easily? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. I don't believe that they went to the moon. Also, how they were saying that the flag was moving on the moon. So the whole moon theory too is as well, like, how is the flag moving? How is the flag moving on the moon with no gravity? I doubt there's any breezes up there. I'm about to look it up though. Yeah, there's no wind on the moon. It has. I'm literally looking at it. It says the moon has no atmosphere, meaning there's no wind to cause a flag to flutter or wave. So how is the flag fluttering or waving on the moon? It's because they weren't in the moon. They were in the pool. Y'all, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But if y'all believe that, let me know. But I don't believe that. I do not believe that they made it to the moon. That's cap. That's literally just so they could give us some peace of mind to think that they discovered something, but they don't even know what's going on. Anyways, so we're just gonna leave that because like I said, that's gonna be a whole nother video. But I'm very skeptic about that. Like, yeah, how y'all didn't discover nothing in the ocean? And let me get into the ocean talk just a little bit. Yeah, like I said, 95% of the ocean undiscovered. This, do you know how deep the ocean goes? I think it goes over 10,000 feet deep, y'all. Like, that's probably not even the deepest it goes. But and there's trenches and other stuff in the ocean that we don't know about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have fishes and things of that nature washing up now that are coming from very, very, very low depths that have never been seen before. Why? I think a lot of it is global warming, but also what's in the ocean that's pushing them up. We don't know. We don't know. We can't even see. Once we get past a certain point in the ocean, you can't see. It's the dark void. Yo, we don't know. It could be whole civilizations down there. I truly believe in Atlantis. We're not even gonna get into that into this video, but if you know Atlantis, I truly believe in Atlantis. I do believe that there are fallen old civilizations that are in the water or at least in the core of the earth, because we are not the only people, y'all. And if 95% of the ocean is undiscovered, there's no way that you can tell me that there's not a civilization in the water, because you just truly can't tell me that. You can't say it wholeheartedly. You can't say it truthfully. Like, you just can't. But mind my business, yeah. Mind my business. Anyways, so that's my thing about that is, y'all, we don't know nothing when it comes to the ocean, to the moonlight, to the whole sky, the atmosphere. We don't know anything. We don't know anything, like, at all. So I just think that the Simpsons is so weird. Like, why can they predict everything? Like, why is everything that has happened in real life happens in the show? Yeah, so I was just looking into it, and from everything I gathered, they don't have like a specific number of how many times that the Simpsons predicted something, but I have stuff on here that says 55, 21 times, 16 times. Like, yeah, as you could tell, like, on average, it's more than any other show, because most shows don't like predict things like the Simpsons do. The Simpsons came out in December 17th, 1989. That's freaking crazy, y'all. And they're predicting stuff that's happening now, which is why I think personally, I'll get into it a little bit, but this is for a whole nother video as well. But I think that whoever created or designed the world, whatever this is, this simulation, that they have put keys in place. That's why I think you guys should watch Ready Player One as well, because I like the plot of it, how they talk about basically there's keys everywhere. You just have to look for them, and everybody is looking for the key. That's the whole point of Ready Player One, right? Everybody's looking for the key, and not everybody can find it, but you have to do certain things right. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in real life as well, they put stuff like this. Whoever created it, like I said, put stuff in certain places that you have to really decode, or like you have to understand, and you have to actually believe or see. If that makes sense. I could just be chit chatting, but yeah, I just think that it's like I said, I don't believe in coincidences, so I just think it's weird that The Simpsons knows everything that's happening. Like, if y'all agree, let me know. If y'all know more about The Simpsons, I don't know, but The Simpsons is definitely a side eye to me. Okay, but we're gonna move on because that's for a whole nother episode. If you guys want to hear an episode about that, let me know. The last thing I have to talk about. I'm sorry, I can't even end this. You see how I can't even end this without talking about. Let me make it real quick too, bro. Dreams are weird to me. Dreams are so weird. I think we go to another dimension. I think we go to another reality, another parallel universe. I'm not even sure, but it's very possible to lucid dream. From WebMD. Lucid dreaming It's just essentially a dream which you are aware that you are dreaming. Like you're able to control your dream. So that's not weird, y'all. And they just try to say that we go to sleep. I believe we go to sleep to like repair our bodies and heal, but like there's not a meaning to dreaming. Like you get messages sent through your dreams, you get all types of, like you get, it feels like you're actually in your dream when you're dreaming, at least for me. And I dream a lot, so that's why I'm like, it'd be kind of weird sometimes when my dreams play out in reality, or if just like I'm dreaming and it just seems so weird. Sometimes I'll lucid dream, but I just remember stopping and just looking around at myself and I'm like, this isn't even real, like this is a dream. But the thing is, I remembered it still when I woke up. Like, normally you forget about that kind of stuff. Nah, I didn't forget. I woke up and I was like, bro, I had a dream. And in my dream, I said, this is a dream. Like, I knew I was dreaming. That's why I'm like, bro, life can't be real. It's more of like a simulation kind of thing to me. That's how I look at it, especially with dreams. And it's just crazy to me how much they lie to us about it. Like, they lie so much to us about what's really happening in real life. And I mean, I just think it's best if we educate ourselves. That's the only thing we could really do. Because other than that, we're just not gonna know. We're just not gonna know about nothing. But yeah, dreams, that's definitely gonna be another video. I have something with dreams. I just think like, bro, we go to another universe or I don't know, but we go somewhere. And then you could also astral project. Like there's so much stuff. We're not gonna get into astral projection because that's gonna be a whole nother rant. I just feel like life is just one big energy ball that we just have to keep like recycling. Like the energy just keeps recycling, and that's how it just keeps on going. Honestly, either way, y'all, because I'm gonna wrap this video up because I know I just been talking. I just been talking. This is something that I love. Life is just not real, y'all. It's just I don't. It's something about it that's just like something's weird. Like, but they don't tell us. That's what makes it even more weird. Because then we start discovering these little things, and it's like that goes against what I believe, but I guess like, but me, I believe it. I don't care. Y'all can't trick me into believing that we the only people here, or that 95% of the ocean isn't discovered. I think they discover what's in the ocean. They just don't want to tell us because it'll probably freak us out. They discovered a lot of stuff. They just don't want to tell us because it'll freak us out. But if this is a simulation, then none of it really matters, honestly. It's just about who can win because it's a game. So that goes back to what I was saying. Like, I feel like they drop certain keys in places for you to be able to win, but not everybody is going to go for it. That's the whole point of life, is making the best out of it and getting to the max of your abilities. So honestly, I like the idea. I like the idea of life a lot. I do. You guys should watch Ready Player One, Black Mirror, watch The Simpsons, watch all of the stuff that I mentioned. Honestly, play the games, play The Sims. I love The Sims. I love The Sims for years, but play The Sims. Roblox is more for kids, but all of those games that simulate real life, that's what we could be living in, y'all. And even the TV shows, like I said, that's what's going on. Like they're telling us with the TV shows that that's what's going on. Oh my god. If this was a brain teaser, if you into this type of deep talk and stuff, just let me know because I live for these kind of talks. I'll make a part two, or like if you guys want to see something else or something more about what I talked to in this video already, we could do that. Okay. But for now, we're gonna wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely leave a thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe, share, of course, because if you didn't like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff, I'm just very confused. Like, especially if you stayed to the end of the video, I hope you liked it. I hope that means you liked it. On this podcast, we're gonna dive deep, y'all. We're gonna dive deep every single time, unless it's just something chill, like a chill little topic. But most of the time, we're gonna dive deep because this stuff is not gonna get answered most likely. But I still question it, and you guys probably question it as well. So if you do question it, leave a comment that says we are in a simulation. If we're not in a simulation, you can leave a comment that says we're not in a simulation. It don't even matter, but leave your opinion down below because I truly want to hear it. I can't be the only person that goes through this thinking that every day is just not real. It's just not real. I don't know. It feels real, but it's not. I just know it's not real. Something doesn't feel right. I don't know. Something doesn't, it's just off. So is this a simulation or is this not? where we'll figure it out eventually. We'll probably come to that conclusion on this podcast. I already told y'all it's going number one. Listen, if we're gonna figure something out, we're gonna figure that out. Tuh. I will be back to you guys with more. If you guys want to hear anything, let me know. Let me know. But yeah, that's it for now. Y'all, we out. Trezie Talks out.